Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Jason,
And I'm Leslie.
and we're going to be flying solo, but together. What does that make us? Just us. It's only Soul Seeker today, and we're going to be sharing our upcoming adventure. Unfortunately, Aaron and Shara have come down a little ill, and so we're thinking about them, but they will have more to share in the coming weeks. And then Patrick and Candace are otherwise occupied, but they've shared a little update. A little update. A little update. And so they've invited us to kind of share that on their behalf. And so we're looking forward to providing you that information. But before we dive in, always a reminder that our podcast here, we are sharing our passion projects. And so this disclaimer just reminds everyone that, there's no warranty, guarantee, or anything like that. This is just us sharing our ideas and hope that it inspires you. How you doing this morning?
I'm cold.
You cold. Look, she's cold.
Actually, I'm not cold right now
It's
because,
warmed up a little, yeah.
and I put on more clothes. So
And that thing heats, doesn't it?
it does. It's not on right now, or you would have seen the light right there. But heated vest. I
Oh
got
my
some heated
gosh.
gloves.
I
Got some
love it.
heated socks.
This is pretty much how our lead in to our adventure is going to look like. It's going to be me in like casual summery kind of weather, even though it's freaking cold outside, and her dressed appropriately. So, without any further ado, let's dive into today's topic, which is, as you already saw in the lead in, what's around the bend? And here's what's kind of funny about that. So, when our kids were little, um, I liked to take them on adventures. We went on the Kansas River once, and it was a long trip. I'm notorious for saying, "Oh, let's go for a little trip," and it turns into a massive expedition.
17 miles later,
That's exaggerated. It's not exaggerated at all.
their little feet pedaling and
Oh
pedaling
my.
on the bus. Daddy, are we done? No.
We weren't pedaling on bicycles in the Kansas River. That was a different trip. But
Yes, that was
yeah,
a trail.
it becomes big and adventurous. And so the running joke in the family was as we would turn around a bend in the river, the destination where we were going to stop is just around the bend. And so that's the kind of hidden joke with today's topic, what's around the bend. But what we're going to lead into here is a presentation that includes some really cool things, I think. And I think you're going to enjoy this. So I want to remind you the comments, please make comments. We will definitely, disrupt our train of thought in order to address it, so long as it's on point at all. But we'll share everything, even the silly stuff. But with today's topic, what we're doing is unpacking the plans, dreams, and fears of our 2026 boating adventure. It's big. You want to share your news? Let me jump. Yeah, let me jump to this, and then we're gonna say Leslie can start. We both have big things to address. I've already shared this a little bit, but what's your big plan at the end of the school year?
I am retiring.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Retirement. Does that feel scary at all?
No.
No. It's been good. Tuesday, everyone. Well, it is super cool, and I just want to say thank you for coming along with this crazy adventure and sharing it along the way. I, in turn, am resigning. Haven't quite reached retirement age, but it's time. It's time to shift to the next. What did we call it this morning? It's the next book in the series that is our life, right? And so it feels more than a chapter. It feels more like a new book. And so let's dive in and showcase to you some of the things that we have in store for the coming year. And so when we do, we have our background here, and we will dive on in. See if this will go for us. So what we're going to do is start with our boat. And our boat, we're going to show some before and after, which really means current and shortly to be, right? So currently, this is what our boat looks like the aft deck. And what I want to point out to you guys is where things that are going to change are located. Well, first of all, the motors right here, those are e-propulsion Navy 6.0s. And they were just placed there for our proof of concept. See if we like this. Is this something we want to do? Well, they're going to actually be nestled. There's some German friends, actually, one who's been on the show shared his boat, Reinhard. He shared contact information with a friend of his who has a similar Prout, and he put his outboards in these little. So I was thinking about these alcoves, which are deep underneath, almost center. He's got his a little further out and further apart, which is good for differential steering, right here on these little bits right here. So those are the interior holes. Those are cabins and the outside of those cabins. So we're going to put outboard mounts right there. And we're going to put these motors there. It'll be nice because they'll be covered from, let's say, like rain and whatnot. Not that that's the problem. I mean, it's not a problem. And you can see right here where they will be kind of nestled in there. But what's nice is they'll be accessible. I could be up here, reach down with a boat hook and pull them up if I needed to, get down on the dinghy, obviously, if I needed to, or even on the swim ladder and pull them up. But in addition, you can also see the bigger change will be instead of having the solar panels out here and up here, what we're going to do is, and this is, you'll have to pardon my poor photoshopping skills, but we're going to build a fiberglass canopy here, arch, that will support a canopy where the solar panels will be nestled in, very similar to Reinhard's. Not as pretty. His are amazing, but he's been working on his for years. But the concept here is that the solar panels, all 10 of them, will go right up top with a slight pitch toward the front so that water can run off and then off the side of the boat like it would in normal rain or spray conditions. You can see internally we'll have set up and space for windows. I didn't bother putting those windows in with Photoshop because you get the idea, right? Like, I'm a very visual person. I've got to see things. I know you're auditory. Like, you can hear it and you can envision it. I need to see it to believe it and see it to be able to imagine and do it. But once I can see it, like, I can do this. So I feel really good with this. The little bit of fiberglassing that I have done, I feel up to this. We're gonna try it. It's gonna be an adventure. Am I afraid it's gonna work? Yeah, I'm afraid we're gonna wreck this thing and the weight's gonna go just crash. But we're gonna find out, and we're gonna have an adventure. What are your thoughts on the redesign? I know you haven't even seen this picture yet. Like, I just put that. That's hot off the press.
Yeah, looks good.
Looks good. Something that we're gonna try. Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go. This will be epic. Honestly, I think I'm going to do far fewer videos on all this stuff. I feel like YouTube is overrun with the how to do your stuff. I feel like I want to showcase on our channel more the adventure, like the finished product. Let's get out there. Look at this background, guys. That's what I want to bring everyone, is that kind of beautiful stuff. Put some of Leslie's music in the background. I love her music. It's very calm, soothing, very easy to contemplate, very contemplative. And so very excited about what's coming. Now let's check out the next pictures here, because there are more. And so this is the starboard hull view. And you can see kind of the same design concept here. Shows you more the angle. I'm still debating. I would like to, because our dinghy davit structure, you can see, goes all the way up here. I would love for that to be a smooth line all the way down, but I feel like that's going to angle the solar panels too much. And where that's a problem is if it's like too much of a tilt, now whenever the sun's behind it, it's not going to charge the solar panels. Whereas if it's nice and straight, I mean, you don't want it too straight because then water's going to puddle on it. So we're going to have a little bit, but it's got to be enough where the solar can get to it from any way the boat is positioned. Any input there? What are you thinking? I'm not expecting you got too much to say on these. I'm not trying to dominate, but this is more my world and what I geek out on nonstop. You can see on the current, like, the solar panels are just temporarily placed. We got some stainless steel tubing. I'm like, nope, I don't know how to weld, don't want to learn how to weld. So we kind of abandoned that concept. But you can see where we're going here is to put those solar panels off of here, up there. And we've still got stainless steel, so I might even support some of these smaller distances there with that, just to give that rigidity. All right, next, here we go. From above, now we have the before. Look at that. Here's where it is currently sitting on the hard in TJ's Marina, Belhaven, North Carolina. And you can see the solar panels where they are.
Do
What?
we want to say where it is?
Yes.
Do we want to say
Oh,
where it
I'm going
is?
to show you on Google Earth where it is. TJ's is really cool, by the way. You guys, if you're in the North Carolina area, that's a place, man. That's Belhaven. But you can see it's got this old crappy bimini that's been there from the beginning of time or 1986, whichever came first. I don't know. And it's just kind of old, faded, dingy, gross. You have some strong feelings about that. Stronger than I do, actually.
No, it's gross.
Like, man, you just cut right to it. No, it's gross. What do you mean?
It's gross.
It's just, it stinks.
It looks nasty.
It does. It's true. We're going to rip that all down. And then in its place, you can see the solar put in place. And we'll have these flexies still. So we'll probably put those out front in a kind of a, like we can remove them, put them in storage. Because I'm imagining we're going to want this space up in here for like lounging. Let's get real here. Okay. Now, that leads us to our timeline. Big drum roll. Because right now it's February.
Yeah.
Almost. Like it's January 31st. Okay, we're done with January after today. But February, let's see what we're going to be doing. So when February rolls around, we're going to take a trip to the boat. And it's exciting. But not right now. I would have been there this weekend. I would have been there today. But the weather out there is awful. What do they call it? A bomb cyclone? They use the horrible terms, just horrible terms. Basically, it's going to be a lot of snow, ice, not great road travel conditions, let alone get out there and do some stuff at the boat. But the idea is that we'll get out there, bring a bunch of stuff, and I need to get measurements for these outboard mounts. Because if you know anything about doing projects with a boat, no measurements are standardized. Like it's all unique. And so you got to get out there, get your hands right there in the situation and do all these measurements. I had measured everything and done all that with the deeper alcoves before, but now that we've moved that out, I need to get out there and get those measurements. Plus, I'm going to do get some templates. I'm going to use foam, just the stuff you can get out of Lowe's, probably 1/2 inch foam, cut out the templates so that I know where to cut things, and then bring that back here to Kansas City, where we'll be for the next 4 months. And I can kind of prefabricate some of these things and then assemble them there. It'll really save some time and effort. We are getting our new dinghy.
Yes.
Nice. You hate the dinghy too, right?
Yeah, it's gross.
Man, her words are so sharp and true. So yeah, it is gross. It's an old AB. What do you call those? The hard fiberglass hull.
Patches.
It's got
dingy.
patches. It's dingy. It's faded. I mean,
It's nasty.
it's still usable. Like it's for someone who doesn't mind the aesthetic. They just want functionality. That's going to work for them.
I mind.
We both mind. I'm excited about the new dinghy. We'll be showing you guys. It's kind of cool. We ordered it off of Alibaba, which if you've never done that, that is a whole adventure. Like it's been what, like 2 months since I ordered it that we're waiting on it to be delivered. We can track it. It's not one of those that you're getting stiffed, but it's like stuck up in Chicago now, and good grief, it is not Amazon delivers. That's for sure. But excited about that. March rolls around. What are we doing? I'm working on motor mounts and the solar canopy stuff. I'm prefabricating. I'll be fiberglassing my ears off, hands off. I don't know. Everything's going to be off. And so looking forward to that actually, because I've learned a lot from Fish Bump TV. If you guys don't know Fish Bump TV, it's a YouTube channel. Wow. You feel like I can do this after watching, I think his name is Joe Buskin, and he's a fantastic teacher. And I don't say that lightly. I'm a career educator. My wife is as well. I don't give high praise for someone being a stellar teacher without them really deserving that, and he is stellar. Now we get to April. Whoa, time is a ticking. We're gonna be going out to the boat, baby. That's spring break. We're going out. And that's going to be, getting some stuff done. We're hopefully prefabricated quite a bit, bringing some stuff out there. Hopefully the weather will be good where we can at least put in the motor mounts and get that moved.
Cushions? Did we
Cushions,
get
that's
the
going to be
cushions?
good. Yep, cushions are happening. She's so excited about the cushions. I am too. I pretend like that doesn't matter, but it matters a lot. Now, when we get into, back with spring break, we will be bringing our dinghy there. And I'm excited because it is one that is more conducive to the electric propulsion that we've got. We've got a e-propulsion Spirit um, outboard that has the little floating battery. And so excited to put that on the boat and see how it does. But it is inflatable, like fully. It's not a rib. And so it would be able to fit like in our car. And we could then drive over to the Outer Banks and we're going to go take it and see if the weather's good. So be on hold for that. But April should be fun. It's not just going to be strictly work on the boat mode. It's going to be also our spring break. So we're going to go have some fun out on the beach. Let's go. Let's go. And we have our e-bike too, so we might bring that. May, we're finishing up our careers. Dang. Oh, we're finishing it up. Like that's closing the final page. Dang. Okay, I had a moment. So there we go. We're going to finish that up and then move aboard.
Okay.
This is happening.
It's happening.
We have 4 houses to sell. You should know that too. I've talked about that. We're full disclosure here. I mean, we have our rental properties and we have our regular house, which we're in right now. We're selling all those. 2 of them are going on the market like next week. And then after that, we're working out final details with some stuff. But the whole plan is we're going to move aboard with no ties to have to worry about like, hey, the basement's flooded and now we need you to get off of the boat and come back. Like, no, we're not coming back. It's been real. It's been good. We have dear friends here, but the time is upon us.
So saying goodbye is sad, but it's good.
It's sad, but it's good.
Yeah.
But it's good, but it's sad.
But
But
it's
it's
good.
good, but it's mostly good. We're excited. There's been a lot, but we're looking forward to the future here. Okay, so May we wrap up. We're moving out there. God, that's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. And so our daughter and her husband have volunteered that they're going to help us. We're very appreciative of that because we're getting older. I feel it, man. I feel it. But we have June is splash time.
Woo-hoo!
Let's go. At least if all goes according to plan, which it will, we're going to splash. Okay. We're going to continue once we splash around the Great Loop, the North American Great Loop. We're going to do this. Oh my God. And part of that is to navigate up to Song and Lewis, our daughter and her husband, in New York.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited about that. And with it being the 250th anniversary of our country, you're going to have all these tall boats that are going to be out in the Chesapeake. That's super cool, but super stressful. I don't know. I mean, you're going to be learning how to drive the boat too at that point.
Yeah.
I did all the driving back in July of this year, or actually July of 2025, when we did our proof of concept. But now you're going to be driving too. And now, like, we're going to be around some big, tall boats with giant. Okay, I'm glad the water has plenty of room. But July rolls around. It's all setting in, right? Like, okay, we're going to hit the Erie Canal. What else are we doing? Lake Ontario. I don't know about you. That's going to be our first big water moment. Like, it's a freshwater lake. It's not the ocean. But it's these lakes, man, they get intense. And I've done a lot of hours of research on all this stuff. And you have to wait for a good weather window to cross in any boat, let alone a slower going solar electric. So Lake Ontario, that's going to be interesting. We're going to have to choose our window well. But then once we cross the Trent Severn waterway, baby. We have enjoyed all the great loop channels out there. Like the biggest one is the Boomer Shines for me, but there have been a number of others, Navigating Nitzels and just a lot. And so when you see them get into the Trent Severn, once they cross over to that, it's like a new world has opened up. Not just because of Canada, like that's cool, but we've been to Canada, but not like this. Nowhere have we been like this. And so it's just beautiful, 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 beautiful. We get to August. Man, it is setting in. We're going to be in the Georgian Bay. Do yourself a big favor. Go search on Google. Not right now. Keep listening. But go search on Google when we're done here and check out the Georgian Bay images. What? It is so gorgeous. I can't wait to get there. And then Mackinac Island.
Oh,
Remember?
I remember.
Okay, tell everybody what's unique about Mackinac.
Well, they don't have cars going all
Whoa.
over the island. So everything, it's like you step back in time and there's horse-drawn buggies and everything. I mean, they still have deliveries, but imagine Amazon or whatever on a wagon drawn by horses, golf course, but you go from one section to the other and you put your golf clubs in and it's carried by horses. So they're bicycles, but they don't
They
have
did allow e-bikes.
automobiles.
I saw e-bikes.
Did you? Okay.
Yes,
I
like a
don't remember
few. I don't know if
e-bikes,
they're still, but it seems like
but they were pedaling.
municipalities are like getting rid of e-bikes and they're doing stuff, but whatever. So yeah, we're going to be enjoying Mackinac Island. We visited a couple summers ago as we did a on land tour of Michigan, and it was unreal, beautiful, beautiful. Looking forward to being there. September. Now we get into Lake Michigan. So this is going to be a little bit of another. I'm a little scared, not because of like the trip around the coast. Fine, it's good, but it's more the timeline. So what I've heard is you really need to be off Lake Michigan by the first week of October at the latest. Now, obviously, weather ebbs and flows as we're seeing right now, but like if you're still on Lake Michigan in October, danger Will Robinson. Like it turns into a literal washing machine. Just big waves, the winds and the cold and all the stuff. Like here's the deal, and we've already talked about this a little bit. If we don't make it on the timeline with that, we're gonna haul out. And like we're gonna put the boat on the hard and we'll go probably, hang out with Song and Lewis for a little while or go explore by land some places, but there's no way I want it. We're still new to this whole boat life. Like I've done plenty of boating over the years in lakes, but Lake Michigan is no normal lake. I'm talking like ski boats, pontoon boats, kayaks, all the little boats, jet skis. But man, when you get into Lake Michigan territory, that's next level. And so Lake Michigan, September, let's go. But we need to be into Chicago right in there. Like we got to get through this. We get into October. Hopefully, we've made it and we're in the inland rivers. So, what are we talking about there? We're talking about the Illinois River. What's really cool about that is going through Chicago. Now, we've been to Chicago. Like, Chicago is cool. We like Chicago, it's a nice place, but it's always been by land. One of the beauties of our adventure on Soul Seeker is to encounter these places from the water, which everything in this area along the Great Loop was originally built from the water. And so, like, seeing it from the water is how it was originally intended. And it's just a little special, extra beautiful whenever you encounter a town from the water. Even here in Kansas City, like, oh my goodness, when I've gone to Call Point, go check out our past videos about that. When we were kind of testing the process, this whole electric propulsion thing. Um, Man, when you turn the bend there at Call Point and you see Kansas City, the downtown area unfold from the river, it's beautiful. When you see the same scene coming from land on a highway, gross. Looks like an old Bimini from 1986. Disgusting. All right, now get into November, and that's your birthday month. Look where we're going to be going, baby.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast, if all goes according to plan. But the Gulf Coast is gorgeous. And if you've never been, wow, it's very pretty. And so we'll be hitting like Mobile Bay. We'll be hitting all those little kind of islands right up in there. It's going to be fun. And by then, we're going to be ready to try our hand at, okay, can we go instead of taking the ICW, which is like narrow and lots of winds and turns and shallows and all kinds of traffic you got to worry about? Maybe by then, weather permitting, we've felt comfortable enough that we take the outside route and go that way. We're going to see. We're going to figure it out. By then, I think I'm going to be itching to try it. So you're going to have to be my helper to go, no, not yet. Which I don't think she'll have a hard time doing. December. What? December starts getting cold up in these United States. But down where we'll be,
Woohoo!
not so much. One thing I am sick of hearing about is Aaron bragging about how warm it is down there when we're freezing our tushies off up here. And so Florida, although right now they're in the 30s, so it gets cold down there too. But we're going to be down. We should, based on our projections, we're looking at like Christmas Day pulling into Key West. She's That's huge. Oh my God, that's gonna be amazing. And so, if we do that, gosh, by then it won't matter. Like at that point, so long as we hightail it out of the hurricane zone before hurricane season comes in, which is still months, we could just take our time down in there. That's gonna be so nice. And so yeah, gonna be fun. And for those of you who want to follow along, and if you're still here right now, I'm pretty sure that must be Lewis. So Lewis, what's up with no comment? But I'm going to put this comment out there. This is our Google Earth link, and so there's a link on Google Earth. You can just go to earth.google.com and then search Soul Seeker Great Loop. But we're going to showcase to you what that looks like, because when you click this link, and I put the link to the slideshow in the description, but when you click this, let me get out of this, click here. Oh, it's because I went to that other deal over there. It's going to load up Google Earth and take you into our whole plan. Like I've charted out every stop. Now, none of this is locked in stone. You'll see there are dates that are listed, but those dates are just to get an idea and to help chart the, day by day. But none of this is like locked in, because you can't lock in like that. The thing about this kind of a journey is that you cannot lock in dates like they are real. Like you got to wait. You're going to have to see what the weather's like. And you're going to have to see if the weather is participating or not. I'm going to just try and get this oriented for us, guys. And so here's our great loop. And as you are on this and you zoom in a little bit, what's cool about this is it shows you some really cool information. And I think I have it where I want it. I'm going to zoom in where we are right now, which is in North Carolina. Now look at all the when the titles populate, that feels like a lot.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about it because this is the life we're choosing, at least for the short term. But you can see this in blue. That in blue represents what we did in the month of July. And I'm going to see if this loaded, because it'll probably present better. We're getting some, like that should look better than that. Let's reload. But what we did in July was a proof of concept, as you know, and it led us to some very big conclusions about this idea. But it was a small bit. It was like 100-ish nautical miles. But as you zoom in on this, it shows you when we're planning to anchor, when we're planning to stay at a marina, because these right here are marina stays or dock stays, and these are anchor stays. But the blue represents stuff we've already done. But when you click on these lines right here, check this out. So that's going to pop up something that shows, and you have to change it to nautical miles. It always wants to go to kilometers. And so it'll show you that was 21.77 nautical miles. That's kind of cool. And then when you click on the other one, okay, let's see what that has. Oh, not only does it show 20 nautical miles, but in addition, it has our episode 8 from our 10 video series that we did in July. And what's really cool with that is if you click this, it'll take you to the video. You can watch it. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all the stuff. But as we keep going, I'm going to put those in there. Some of them are on these little icons. Some of them are on the line. So as you click around, you'll see them. But all 10 videos are linked, and you'll be able to get a orientation of where that was. And so, for example, right in here, okay, well, when we stopped here at the RE Mayo dock, that was a stressful time because there was a big storm that came in, and so it shows you the video for that. It's taking us time right now because I think Google Earth is going slowly, but I'm going to zoom around this real quick and show you guys. Here's our plan at length, and as you zoom out, you'll be able to see the whole thing. Yep, like I said, it's taken a long time to load. Probably because I got video going live and I got this going live and all the stuff going at the same time. So I'm going to close some stuff out, let you look at that one more time before we transition to the other part of this talk, which is updating about sailing Electra. And so I'm going to let that load for a moment. But Patrick and Candace couldn't be here, but they did share with us some really cool stuff. They're going to be uh, shifting quite a bit. Candace has got some stuff coming for her as far as her work and everything. And so they need to be kind of close to an airport, but they're going to pretty much stay around Corfu, which, do you know where Corfu is?
I remember watching a show about Corfu.
I know. This is what's so cool. YouTube has unlocked people who actually live in this stuff. And so we're going to dive in on that. I'm going to just like move over there. But when you look at ours just wrapping up, we're going to be going up through the Chesapeake Bay. We'll be going up through Lake or through the Hudson River. And then we're going to jump across the Erie Canal. There's that Lake Ontario. Whoa. And when you zoom in on that, like that's going to be a big trip. I'm excited about it, but it is going to be a big trip. And so let's click on that. You'll see the distance. And so 82, 83 kilometers, which in nautical miles, that's going to be 45 nautical miles. Okay, so I'm very, very comfortable doing 25 to 30 in our boat. No problem. We can do that on solar alone during the sunshine of a decently sunny day and be good. But on this, we're going to be tapping into our battery. And so I don't have any fear about it. We're going to have a, like the fear I have is just to make sure the weather window's right. But the duration, or I'm sorry, the range, I don't have range anxiety about it. Plus, we're going to have a Honda little generator that we can charge up with. I know that'll make, I saw that little smile. Leslie's like, she's not as into the solar electric as I am. She is into it. It's cool to her, but she's like, I do not mind burning dino juice if we need to. Let's get going. And so I'm with her. It's a good safeguard, but I'm so geeked out on the solar electric side. I'll be like, let's wait until we can definitely do this solar electric. Um, the only downside will be worrying about Chicago over here. And so that's going to be fun, though. It'll be fun to track that. I know we'll be able to get it. It's just going to be a long day. And we'll have our autopilot by then, so we can even just set it and forget it and just kind of monitor, but not so, white knuckling the wheel. As we get through, there's that Trent Severn right in here. And then we get into right here with the Georgian Bay. Jump across, there's Mackinac Island over here. Bouncing around the Michigan coast. Guys, the Michigan coast is gorgeous. It is just gorgeous. The Upper Peninsula as well. We're going to stay the heck out of Lake Superior. I mean, it's nice up there, but it would add too much. And why? Like, we're already skipping Lake Erie. And then we're going to try and do the crossing right here. The crossing is another big one. It'll be 55.58 nautical miles. So again, a big one. Whew. We're going to have expanded our battery by then. We've got the battery, just need to plug it in. So I have no worries about the range. It'll just be when we get over here, we'll probably have to sit for a while and charge or do shore power because our Victron, the Multiplus, remember that thing that I was so slow to plug in? It was true. It allows for you to like plug in shore power and do like full on 50 amp. Like you can plug it in quick charge. But anyway, we can figure that out when we get there. And then we'll drift down here to Chicago. There are the rivers. As you keep going through, these rivers are expansive. It is pretty, it's different. It's a totally different experience. What's nice is for most of it, we'll have the current going in our favor, so it'll help us go a little bit faster. You will notice these little golfer icons. So I've got a different thing that we do, which is the Great American Golf Tour. And the Great American Golf Tour is playing a round of golf in all 50 states. And we got quite a few states already down. But there are some that we've reserved when we found out we were doing this great loop. So that's why you'll see a bunch of these right up in here where we're going to stop and actually use our clubs, put them in the dinghy, go to shore, and then I'm probably going to have to like e-bike both on my back because I'm not going to have her do it. Oh, you know what we could do? Remember the baby strollers?
Yeah.
Like the baby the trailer that you could put on the
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. I got an idea. And so from there we're having a great time and you see everything. Now there is, you can see in purple, what? Leslie, tell us what this is.
I don't know what that
I
is.
know because I added it. This is putting you on the test. This is a pop quiz. Baby, that's the Bahamas. Now, the Bahamas would require a big jump here and a big jump in our confidence. But here's what Grok and YouTube have taught me that if you pick the right window, this water through here is placid. It's very gentle. So we'll have to see. Like it's there as a side trip if we want it. But look, that's only 49.92 nautical miles. That's not even the same as jumping across Lake Michigan. And when you do, here you are in Alistown, and then you can go all through the Exumas. Shut your mouth. That is amazing. It adds about a month and a week to our trip. So this right here is January 12th through the 13th is what I've given. But if we decide, no, we're skipping it, instead of jumping across here, we'll save ourselves a month and just continue on past Florida and all that and just head on up our loop. But if we decide we look at each other, baby, the, the weather looks good. Let's do it. You want to do it? And we'll have that go, no go. We'll be like, go, no go. If we both say go, we're doing it. We're hitting that. We're going to spend a month and a week out in the middle of the Bahamas. That is outrageous. I hope we can figure it out by then because that would be so fun. This one coming back is a little bit longer, not much, but 57.21. That would be our longest, like individual crossing of the entire loop. But that's a side trip, so we'll figure it out. The nice thing here is that you do get the Atlantic current, and so it runs this way. And so it would just kind of like we would drift, probably wind up in Palm Beach. When I say drift, we're still under power, but it's like the current is helping us. Oh my God, I used the wrong word. She's like, screw it, Bahamas are out. Now, let's zoom out a bit because it's time to talk about Patrick and Candace's new season.
We're going to talk about people.
We're talking about them. We're talking about them. They're lovely people, very kind and very helpful. I still can't believe that they were like cool with it. Two people they met on YouTube comments saying, yeah, come on, you're in Greece. Yeah. Why don't you come hang out with us on our boat? That's creepy. I don't know that I would do it. I'd be like, no, let's comment to each other virtually. That's great. Okay, so Patrick and Candace are here in Europe, but let's have a geography test for you. Would you do it? Please, one time. One time. It's the Aegean. Do you know where the Aegean is? The Aegean Sea is located right here underneath the boot heel of Italy, right? So there's Greece. That's where we were. And we were in Italy. We didn't go down here to all that. But when you come into Greece on the west coast, just kind of southeast of Italy, you get into all these islands in the Aegean. And those islands are splendid, like we saw. Well, Corfu is this island right here, the bigger one. And that's where Patrick said they have to stay a little bit close to an airport because then when Candace has to jump on a flight, she can. So there's their airport. And so this is Corfu Island right here. And the nice thing about Corfu is, good grief, you could like just spend your whole time navigating around this thing and these little islands there. But what we've seen in Patrick's and Candace's on Sailing Electra, and if you haven't followed and subscribed to their channel yet, go do it. It's incredible stuff. But they're going to be able to take their solar powered boat, and they still have sails, but for the most part, like overwhelming the majority of the time, they're using their solar and electric motors. And they're able to kind of bounce between all these islands. And if we get into here, check this out, babe. Do you recognize this?
Lefkada.
Lefkada. That's where we joined them. And so we actually went to spend some time with Patrick and Candace down here in this little bay. Okay, now here's the crazy story that we've alluded to. When we drove out there, we had to drive from Athens. Well, Athens is way the heck over here, like 3 hours over here, 3.5 hours actually over in this area. And so you had to, we got in a rental car and we drove all the way up there. Excuse me. And when we did, it takes you all the way past this, and then you come to this island, and you're like, wait a minute, this is kind of cool. And as you zoom in, you're like, oh, is this where we're meeting them? No, no, that would be too easy. See, they wanted us to meet down here in this little awesome beach. It was really awesome. Now, the problem is Google Maps and Apple Maps, when we got over there, it did not work like it does here in the States. It was projecting routes, and we're totally fish out of water. We don't know where any of these places are. We can't even read half the signs. Well, it has us navigate down, driving all the way down here. Now, instead of telling us, hey, this is the perfect spot, turn right here, and you're there. No, no. It had us go around here and up this mountain. And then this was like the most horrible, like that road was terrifying. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe we did that. And then it brings us down here and around. And it wasn't really a road, like it was
Right.
barely gravel.
They said it was a trail. It was a hiking trail.
And we're in a little four-banger, four-cylinder rental car, and I'm talking like big ruts that have been eroded into this
I thought we were gonna die.
trail. It was scary. And so
No, I thought we were going
I know,
to die.
I know. We said at
thought
one
we-
point, our daughter is pretty
fall
resourceful. She's gonna find out what happened to us, but no, we made it. And it literally takes you through here and then drops you down. And we parked right here, and then their boat was here. We had dinner out here. Like it was a blast once we got there. But stupid Google Maps never suggested this, like what it should have.
Taking the car up the mountain.
We literally went up a
Down
mountain,
the mountain.
down a trail. That was so crazy. But they're going to be, no doubt, staying here in Decimi. I think it's called Decimi. I don't know how to pronounce things. But just look at their summer, their year. That's going to be splendid. This whole area through here is nothing but gorgeous after gorgeous after gorgeous. What I want to put on record, because Patrick, I know you're going to watch this, is there was a thing over in Corinth. Where is Corinth? Let me go find it. Here's Corinth. Okay. There is a thing in Corinth that you drive over, but it is like there it is. It's a waterway that connects them, and it's really cool. Oh my goodness. Are Patrick and Candace going to accept the Soul Seeker Challenge to go through this waterway with Electra? I think that would be very appropriate. I think we should pressure them, maybe peer pressure them. I don't know, but that would be so cool. Because when we passed over that when we were driving, I was like, "Dang, this is super cool. I wonder if they've ever done it." So there you go, Patrick, Candace, challenge accepted, challenge extended. Let's see if you do it. That would be so awesome. Maybe they're going to give us a challenge too. Oh no, turnabout is fair play. That's scary. Maybe I withdraw. But that is going to be theirs. I hope that they do that. I also hope he does another crossing because that was super cool. Like, can he make it to Sicily one day? That would be so fun to watch. That's a bigger trip. But at any rate, that is Sailing Electra's adventure for this coming year. And as far as Aaron and Shara, they're going to get well. They are on the mend right now. They're going to get well and they're going to rejoin us and they'll share about their progress because, man, their big girl is getting worked on right now. She is making progress. It's looking good. I'm excited for them. Can't wait for them to splash. It's going to be fun, exciting. Here's what I want to end with. What are your adventures? What do you guys have in store? What are you planning? Are you doing what we did a year and a half ago and buying a trailer sailor to see if you like that? And then from there, maybe figuring out if solar is your thing? Are you going to be doing just dino juice powered adventures? Want to hear about that too, even though bleh, gross. Um, but no, what are you doing? What are your projects? Are you working on a boat? Are you already floating and out there in the most beautiful places that you can imagine? Are you in the Bahamas? I want to see that. Are you in the Exumas? Share that. I want to hear about that. Put it in the comments either now or after. Probably not now. We're about to wrap up. But I'm going to turn it over to Leslie. Leslie, I want you, because I have been just rattling off, I want you to share your perspective of our adventure, maybe even Candace and Patrick's adventure. I'm going to zoom back to our loop map. But what are you thinking about that you think is cool to share? What are you nervous about? And then wrap it up with your final thoughts. Just look at that.
Well, um, it looks cool, looks interesting, and I don't really have a lot of thoughts towards it. I'm just looking at it as it's a new chapter, and I look forward to just being open and flexible to see what happens. Um, the dolphins are very cool. I look forward to seeing more
The puppies of the
dolphins.
sea.
Yeah, they're playful. They look at you. Then it's like, hello,
Dolphins are
daughter
great.
of Eve. Come on. Oh, you're here finally. So, so
I love that.
that's just enjoying the sunsets, the sunrises, the water, the change. Something fresh
Radically
and
different.
different.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very excited about it. There's a lot of
Peace.
work still to be done, but I'm not even afraid of the work. It's more, let's put in the work in order to have this really cool experience of, for me, let's catch the sun and do cool things. And I'm super excited about that. Um, I want you guys to know that next week, it's a very special one for me because Patrick and Candace's boat, Sailing Electra, was one of the big motivators. Like, it can be done. Look, someone's out there doing it. Leslie, look at this YouTube channel. And she went, no, I don't want to look at it. And then she's like, fine, I'll look at it. And then she's like, oh no, I want this too. Oh no. And then, yay, let's do this. So it's been an adventure getting there. But in addition to Electra, there is another boat, actually, retired educators, two retired teachers, and their whole thing was Indigo Lady was basically it's a big giant boat. I think it's like 55 feet, so it's a nice boat compared to ours as far as size. It's got the sugar scoops. It's like the one that if we trade up from Soul Seeker and go do another bigger boat, this is probably the type of hull. Anyway, next week is the interview with them. And so they have agreed they're going to come on and showcase their boat, Indigo Lady, another solar boat, solar electric boat. Does have a range extender, but they took down the mast. Actually, the mast, I think it was a hurricane damaged boat, and they took it, refit it, upcycled, I like to call it, and so stoked to get them on to share their story because they just resplashed her. And they are, oh, I can't remember if they're in Jamaica or if they're they're somewhere beautiful. And they're getting ready to take Indigo Lady and put her through the water again. And so I'm super excited to interview them, chat with them, learn of their passion for this year and where they're going. So, so exciting. So tune in next week for Indigo Lady. And then we are moving forward with our topics. The one right after that will be navigation tech, which is something that I've been diving into quite a bit. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, you will get some use out of this and track along. Look at our stuff on YouTube. Look at Patrick and Candace's stuff. He did say that he's getting ready to start releasing season from last year. He's getting ready to release those videos. So his content's coming. That's very exciting. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Extraordinary Horizons as well. I'm sure looking forward to their return. But bottom line, get out there with your passion projects. Don't put it off. Do it. Do it now. Right?
Right.
Like, let's go. Okay. Thank you for watching.